This stuff may look like melted chocolate, but it's really the liquid resin that gets molded into the weight block or innermost part of the bowling ball. The resin is pumped out of the mixer and into molds to make the weight blocks. But check out the shape. It might surprise you that some weight blocks aren't even sort of round like a bowling ball. In fact, these ones are shaped more like a block. That's because weight blocks come in two basic shapes: symmetrical and asymmetrical. In another part of the factory, another mixer mixes up a different batch of resin that sort of looks like bubblegum instead of chocolate. It's for the core of the bowling ball, or the middle layer that sits between the weight block and the outer shell. Workers prepare the molds for the cores by placing a weight block into each one. For this batch, they're using rounder, more symmetrical weight blocks that will make the ball hook more gradually. When the blocks are in place, the molds are closed up, and the pink resin pours in to completely fill in the space around and under the weight block. When the cores are dry, a de-knobbing machine shaves off the irregular knobs or rims that are left over from the molds. Then the cores take another tumble through the rocks to smooth out their surfaces, before they're closed up in a third and final mold that forms the ball's hard outer shell. The shell is made of a dense but rubbery plastic called urethane that can be made into almost any color. But before they harden completely, a hole is drilled in each ball. It marks the position of the weight block inside the ball, so your pro shop knows where to drill the finger holes for maximum hook. The hole is filled with a colorful resin to permanently mark the spot. And that's why you always see a colored dot on a bowling ball. A lathe smooths down the dot and the surface of the ball until it's a perfect sphere. Then, each ball goes through a weight-defying test to find its center of gravity. A worker marks it with a pin. And later on, pro shops use the marking along with the dot to determine where to drill the finger holes on each ball. But before the bowling balls ship out, they spin through a tunnel of rotating buffers to give the balls their super high gloss shine. Then, each ball is engraved with the model name, a unique serial number, and a permanent mark at the center of gravity. The finished bowling balls are ready to strike.